Hello, I'm sitting here during the day in Sofia. I didn't want to keep you for too long without a video, guys. So I'm going to do some neighborhood exploration with my thermal camera today. Some of you actually asked to see how it works, and when it's the daylight, you can actually make the comparison in a much better way. I've had some issues with my computer at home, unfortunately. I installed some program from some anonymous website, and I don't know if you know this feeling when you just click on the installation and your screen flashes and nothing happens, and you know that by this time you need to either reinstall the whole operating system or find a good antivirus software. Your passwords may be compromised. It sucks. So that's going on. I wanted to actually upload a very interesting exploration which I made in the previous week. I have 2 of them and they are amazing. But until I fix my computer, let's look around, and I'm going to show you how you can actually see more with this little thermal camera device. Let's open it up and see. Alright, I'm trying to do it one-handed here. Actually, somebody asked what is the camera. It's made by FLIR systems, FLIR. It comes with this nice pouch, and here we can see the charging cable, which is in a nice box, a nice compartment I should say, and the camera itself. Oh, this is not an unboxing video, so it's so hard to do it one-handed. So this is the camera. You just pop it in to either your iPhone, or if you get the Android version, then it goes there, and you can see the world differently. So let's see how this looks through the eyes of this camera. Alright, so this is the image from the thermal camera. I guess today is a non-technology day, because I just started recording this video and the camera stopped working. So I'm trying again now, and okay, let's try again. You can see here the very same place where I was sitting just before, a moment ago, and if we switch to thermal, it's very cool when the sun goes out, because it was just shining right there in this area. And if we switch the thermal view on, you can see how it's warmer there where the sun has been shining. You can actually put some markers and you can see the actual temperature of everything, but I'm not trying to get too technological here, so I think it's better this way. But let's look around. This is the bench where I was just sitting, and interestingly enough, you can make out the place where I have been sitting. It's pretty warm now, so I haven't warmed this up too much, but if it's in the winter, you can see it much better. Like, for example, look at this. I want to show you some cool tricks. You can see this metal part of the bench. It's just a normal metal bar. Obviously, if I put my finger on it, nothing visibly happens. But if I turn on the thermal, you can see how I can actually draw on the metal. Well, this is a fail, because obviously it's not so visible in the summer, but I'm going to do it here on the wood. And you can see it's actually working. You can draw something like a heart. It expires pretty quickly because it's too warm anyway, so my hand isn't warmer enough. But look at this. Cool, huh? Normal view, obviously nothing, but in thermal view you can still make my hand over there. So let's walk around in this park and see what else we can find. I'm finding it fascinating how some patches are warmer than others. And over there, those are tires. They're made for planting trees, and you can see how they are much warmer. Let's walk a little bit more and see what other interesting things we can see. Like for example, I'm interested to take a look up in the sky and towards the sun in thermal view. Whoa, look at that. Obviously the sky is much colder than the trees, and then you can see the sun behind the clouds very well. The pavement is hotter than the green grass around. This probably makes a good explanation of why on a hot summer day, if you stay under a tree, it feels much better than otherwise. And look at this here. The sun is shining through the trees like this. And so obviously it's making the path warmer where it shines on it. It looks pretty beautiful if you ask me. I'm going to walk around a little bit more and see. Oh, and there is a huge block right in front of me. I'm going to show it to you without the thermal view first. This one. And let's see if we can find out something interesting in thermal mode. Nice. You can obviously see how the outer parts of the building are much warmer, and inside the terraces it's colder because it's in the shade. And if we just come closer to a tree, or maybe this leaf, let's see how it looks like. Well, nothing impressive. But I'm going to find something. Let me walk around and figure it out. For some reason, I simply enjoy seeing the world in a different way. It's like an additional capability which humans don't have. You would normally see the world just with your eyes, and the functionality to actually see heat, I find it pretty amazing. Look at how the sun has made the path in front of the building much warmer. And you know what's interesting? What you're seeing right now, as already mentioned, is heat. And the camera actually has two lenses. One of them is seeing the normal light, and it's being used to make just the outlining of the items. The other camera is only thermal, and I can switch it in a way so that we're using only the thermal camera like this. See, now there's no more outlines of the items, and this is only the thermal camera. But you know what's interesting? If the sun was to stop shining right now completely, like if it's pitch black, we're still going to be seeing this on this camera, because it's seeing the emitted heat from the items and not the light reflected off of them. So even if it's completely dark, you're going to be seeing exactly the same thing that we are seeing right now. Pretty amazing stuff. Another manhole. Makes me want to see what's down there. But in daylight, it's a little bit more weird if you actually point your thermal camera towards a manhole. Let me show you the normal view, because you may be getting lost by now. Here's where we are. Just a normal neighborhood. Look at this water hydrant right in front of me. Let's see if it's warm. No. It's rather cold. There's somebody on the street, so I'll try to be less obvious. Yeah, I still don't feel comfortable speaking in front of others. I'm really wondering how people learn to do it. Here we have an old Soviet time building. You can see how some parts of it have insulation and others don't. And now we can make it out pretty much very well on the thermal camera. If you personally ask me, I would say that exploring the world with this camera is more interesting during the night or in some abandoned place, or basically in more strange spaces. But some things can still be interesting even right now, like this building here. Let me switch over. Look, like the first floor is normal and the third also, but the second floor has some special insulation, I think it is. And so you can see how it's actually radiating the heat back. So obviously it's colder on the inside. I don't want to make this video too long because it's kind of repetitive. We should really get this camera and use it at some more interesting location. Oh, but before I end it, actually there are pigeons right in front of me. Right there. Look at this one. I want to see if it's emitting any heat. This looks creepy in a way. I cannot really make out the heat from the pigeon from that distance. Let's see the sky. It's somewhat interesting how you can see the clouds, and this is the sun. Certainly a very bright spot on the sky. I should probably just stop. Let me show you a bus passing by on the street. Look at this. You can see the tires, they are warmer because they are rotating at a fast speed. And also on the back of the bus you can see the white area. This is the air conditioning installation, or maybe it's, when I think of it, it's probably just the motor. Well, anyway, I'm just walking around and enjoying what I do, but I realize when you watch the video it's probably kind of boring. So I'm going to end it now, and hopefully soon we're going to have some much more interesting material here. And so that's it for today. I would like to give my special thanks to my Patreons, which are actually 3 by now. One of them is Vermin Games. It's a very interesting publisher making board games, and they have 2 games published already. I believe I should leave a link before this below this video so you can check them out. I would also like to thank Brad. He's my biggest Patreon. He's the first, and yeah, thanks man. And there is also one more Patreon, but she preferred to remain incognito, should I say. So I'm not going to mention her name. Well, thank you, you know who you are, and let's keep it up. Anybody else who wants to support my channel can do so. You can like or comment or become a Patreon, of course. See you, and I really hope to get those exploration videos up very soon. Thanks for watching.